I was just thinking, I wanted to say another thing too, is because, there's so many relationships right now that are breaking up, and people are just starting to realize, like, why did I even choose you? Like, what am I doing with my life? And so many people are leaving relationships and stuff. But I think that the relationships and marriage and stuff, I think that was kind of part of the agenda of controlling us, give us this idea like, oh, you have to legally be married and you get these rights and stuff if you do what they say. It's always been, this controlling agenda. Always. Everything has not ever been for our best interest. But that design or structure for society has created an illusion for what even relationships should be for. You know what I mean? Like there's people who I think get it, and put in effort to try and have a good one before they get married or whatever and have kids. But there's so many also that just are they think there's something wrong with them. So if they get in a relationship, that will fix whatever's wrong with them. And that's the part that we need to change as a new developing community, society, beings on this planet. We need to change that kind of idea of how we, why we get into relationships and what relationships are for, and having kids and stuff. Like, it is just so much of life is happening to people instead of them making choices to how they want their life to go. It just happens to them, so that they just are left feeling out of control. And just how many people have gotten married because someone got pregnant, and then the solution for our society is to just kill babies, and we don't even realize, like, that is because they want us to do that. They want those baby parts. It's how they stay alive for a long time. And, these people stay alive for a long time. Long time. Especially if you're way up there in the cabal. But, it's why we have like 70 and 80-year-old people who look like they're 50 and 60. Probably some of them are fucking 90 or 100. And they look like they're 60 or 70, And it's because they use parts of babies. They use the fluid out of them. And they drink it. They use it in products. Everything. But, so they don't care if we are trying to, make these families that, we're a joke to them. They laugh at us. They think we're the most ridiculous thing. And, it's kind of sad. It's kind of pitiful. But, we can look around right now and we can see all these people. I feel like this is tipped weird. Sorry to bother it. That we can look around right now and see all these people who are brainwashed, and we can see, like, oh my God, this is how we all were. No wonder they just laugh at us and think we're also moronic. But the thing that's frustrating is it's all done with programming, and it's all done on purpose. So that's the part that's frustrating. It's like, well, maybe we wouldn't have been so stupid and brainwashed if you didn't brainwash us from the time we're born. How about that? But, yeah, so relationships, I think that we need to go into everything a lot more thoughtful. Like, is this really what we want right now? Is this really a good time for me right now? Is this a good time to have babies? And if not, we need to have a better birth control. It doesn't need to be controlled by the church. We don't need to be going down and getting whole babies taken out of us and then given to these people who sell them for parts. It's disgusting. But we need to be more thoughtful over our relationships, who we spend time with, what we will allow in our own lives, what we will allow people to treat us like. Those are the things, and how, it's got to be reciprocal. You can't just expect everyone to treat you with respect, but then you go around being a dick to everybody. That's, raising your vibration. You are putting out what you are. It's two-way street. You're giving it out, and then you expect others to treat you how you're putting it out there. So you stop going around people who don't treat you right, because then the more people who isolate these people who don't treat people right, the more those people are going to have to rise up. You are isolated and everybody's like, oh, you're a total dick. Nobody wants to be around you. All you want to do is be an asshole to everybody. Then pretty soon that person's going to have to see themselves as being like, if I want anyone around me, I'm going to have to, be kind. And it's so crazy is so much of the stuff that people hold on to, their anger and all of this stuff, it's all coming from a painful place in their life. I don't think a lot of people are just doing it just because they're just dicks and they just want to see suffering and pain. I think they're so consumed with their own suffering and pain that they just lash out and they don't know what else to do. And, but, they have to also be forced to go inside and look at themselves. We can't have like 95% of the people are all, caring for others, but we got this 5% who will, go steal from us, beat us up and stuff like that. Those people are not going to fit into this new kind of structured thing. They're going to have to rise to the occasion. And that's where the thing gets tricky about the vibration, the planet splitting and stuff like that. It's like, and, the motherships really, it's been said in so many different, it's not just one person has said this at one time. This has been said over centuries by lots of different people. And, that there's going to be kind of like a rescue mission for the low vibration people. And they'll be taken off the planet because this is a real thing that's about to happen on our planet. This solar flash. And I just saw it a little while ago, another planet watching channel, I don't know, talking about a solar flash coming in, because we're getting a lot of little ones. And the little ones bring in this energy, and people call it downloads. And some people just get like, they get physically ill. People get just insights. They get completely, a new vision of things. People get sad, like all these different things that people go through, but it's all being promoted by this solar flash. But it's whatever your soul needs to experience is what you're going to experience. So you're not going to experience the same thing as everybody else. It's all going to be very individually structured when the solar flash comes. And, and I know there's lots of people who talk about ascension symptoms and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people who have the same ones, but there's a lot of people who are just like, well, I don't have any of that. That's not true. Well, it can come to you in a whole bunch of different ways. So, we're all different. We're all structured different. Well, some parts of us, not every single thing. We're all human beings, but how we process, how we understand, how we perceive things, that's very unique. And your soul is going to communicate with you in a way that you're going to understand. Anyways, with the relationships and stuff, I just think that we're going to be headed more to a time where, I don't think we're going to have marriage like it was, because that was a government institution. All of these things, because so many people didn't even realize, America had been sold to the corporate world, the Illuminati, cabal, whatever, and luckily, during the last administration, they came in and all those little orders that he was writing changed that for us. So now we're going to be a republic back to where we were before. Yeah, so we're ridding ourselves of the corporations. So we are purging the demon from our world, because that has been the demonization, enslavement of human beings, this corporate entity to enslave us, to keep us wrapped up in their world, and to take over. Jesus Christ, to take over. And just, it's so weird when you think about how many people, when they started out their small businesses at first, and how excited they'd be to sell to a corporation, like, woo, I sold to the corporation, now I'm rich. It's like, oh my gosh, we just went right along with their plan. Just, yeah, not independent, not take care of ourselves. And, even if you get, you sell your business and you get $50 million or whatever, that goes and it's gone. You have family, you have things, you have all this stuff. Not very many people are really, really good with money. I mean, just look up the lottery statistics of how many people win the lottery and are broke in a fucking year, because we're not taught certain things, and we're not taught how to fill our emptiness. So many people think, like, I have this emptiness in me. I'll fill it with this relationship. I'll fill it with money. I'll fill it with... I just saw another one today. Spent $3,000 a day for who knows how long so she could look like Angelina Jolie. Man, people are nutty. But, I mean, if you hate the way you look, you hate everything about yourself, that's all been created for you, and you have to figure that out. Like, that's why I say you have to save yourself. There is nobody who's going to figure that out for you. And, but it has all been done to you on purpose. And, just the thing with obesity, that, is, that's really rough. It's like these things too, There's a lot of things that people have been sold on, but yeah, this obesity thing, that's all been on purpose too. It's, I mean, that wasn't a thing. I don't even remember when it became a thing. It seems like it was in the 80s. But I remember Jane Fonda in that little gay guy with the afro who was super flamboyant. He was really tiny, and he was an exercise guru, supposedly. I don't know, he was just kind of a silly guy. He was kind of a court jester. But maybe he really did. I mean, he seemed to have a big following. But then people were really, really weight conscious. People were really like, oh, take care of yourself and exercise. And look, you can do it at home. And, even all of the clothes thing. They started doing these little headbands, these tight little clothes. And, I mean, it became a whole thing, the exercise thing. And then it was like right after that, because I think anything that people do that is for your health, they come in and undermine it. And then it's like diet culture. Yeah, diet culture. If you want to take care of yourself, you're diet culture, you're just bad. Yeah, bodies should just be able to be fat as hell. Just eat whatever you want, just get fat as hell. And then we got plenty of pills for you. Oh, and as a matter of fact, if you start feeling insecure, we got a whole diet program. Yeah, we'll sell it to you for fucking $1,000 a month. It's like every single thing is some corporate attachment that someone's getting rich off you. No matter what it is. But yeah, your relationship with yourself and your own body, that's, clear. Like if you really got a lot of weight problems right now, you can rest assured you just didn't do that just, organically by accident. I mean, you may have eaten a lot of stuff, but also you were told, a lot of lies about your health. So yeah, and I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to lie about anything. I'll tell it the way I see it. And yeah, you have to look at your body as it's a machine. You can't go, will your car keep running if you overfill it with the oil, the gas, the transmission fluid? Is it going to keep going? No. it's going to break. Parts are going to start not working. Your whole motor can go. So, yeah, you have to think of your body like that. You got to get all of the bullshit out of your head that they've been lying to you about. Just turn it off, because everything has been such a made up lie. And but yeah, filling your emptiness outside of you is it's just going to keep feeling empty. You're not going to find anything. There's not going to be a relationships. There's not going to be a love. There's not going to be a food. There's not going to be anything out there that can fill you up more than you can fill yourself up. And I know that sounds wacky, but to fill yourself up is to learn about yourself, discover yourself, find out what you like, find out what you're interested in, what you're good at, what makes you you. That's where you're going to find your completion. You're feeling complete. You're feeling whole. You are feeling like you don't need to have someone else fix you or complete you, And so, yeah, that's why I think a lot of relationships with everybody, everything's going to be changing. And so as much as you can change in your own life, you're part of the change. And it all comes on us. We can make this as slow and hard as we want, or we can all just get out there and really pull for each other and push for change and, structure the world the way we want it, not the way the controllers had it for all this time. So, okay, I just wanted to add that in. So, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.